wonder my cam thing works. Does this thing work? Hey! All right. It says Zenith's down there for some reason. I never removed any of that stuff.
Instead of other things greater than. Greater than.
Greater than, greater than. All right. I like how there's just nothing else over here. It's just absolutely blank professionalism, and that's what we like here. As the thing keeps coming in here, Young Straight, gift and subs. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Wonder if my buttons still work.
Thank you for being a friend.
The buttons work. The hair growth does not. All right, let's see if we can start this up. Gonna use a controller tonight. How about that? How about them Cowboys? They're pretty bad, but anyways. Let's start up some Super Mega Baseball 4. We put it off long enough. It's time to jump back into the sweaty grind and see what happens here. Let's see if the game actually shows up, though. That would be the first thing we have to... I've not tested to see if the game shows up on stream. It may not. I mean, as of right now, I did turn the music off, but we'll have to turn it on at some point, which is sad, but it is what it is. Funny enough, it's not showing up currently. That would just be so unfortunate if it didn't. Actually, I already know what I got to change here. We have to change the game window, which still registers a Football Manager. Your DualSense controller isn't supported by this game. The hell it is not. Don't show this on future games. Let me do me, Steam. Thank you. Okay. This would be nice if it did anything. But I have to switch off of it. Let's go to AFK, and then I'll come back, and then let's see if it updates. It did. There we go. There's the game, everybody. A trucker in space. Let's see. A lot of you have said things and I missed it. Hi, Wembley. How are you? Hello, Seven. The man with no hair lives. Thank you for that. I did have new emotes. They're just not ready yet. The guy was supposed to deliver them the other day, but let me just tell you all this story real quick. Oh, look, the controller works, even though Steam says it does not. Anyway, I messaged a number of people back, hey, I need baseball emotes created. Do you know what baseball is? And a number of people were very honest saying, hey, in my country, we don't have baseball. I would be lying. And I was like, well, thank you. And this one person was like, yeah, I know what baseball is. And on one of the things I wanted to have, I used the terminology, it's for a double play. So I need 2 bags on it. I know that 2 bags means 2 bases. They literally sent me an emote back with 2 backpacks on it. I was like, I don't know what you're trying to draw, but this is not right. And they sent me the picture of the stock photo they used, and it was hiking backpacks. And I'm like, I think this person's lied to me. They don't know anything about baseball. Oh my God. So I had to go through a few more terminology things and link a few things. So eventually I'll have them, but they're going to be late. It was funny. The date went from like November 3rd to like November 6th. And I was like, well, I'm getting a discount out of this. Oh man. It was amazing. All right, this is way too quiet. This may be too loud for you all, though. All right, So let's just go through and see what I've created on this nonsense. I've been at it for a while. Eventually, we'll have to turn on the terrible sound, music volume in the game, because that's what controls your all's walk-ups. I know why. EA loves their soundtracks, and they have to link the soundtrack on the menu with everything else so that you don't just turn it off, because that's what everybody used to do in NCAA. They do it on Madden. I don't know if it's like that, but it's just ridiculous that it's set up that way. So, also, they took out the thing where you can't just create teams this year. You have to create a whole league. So, yeah, I had to mess around with that. Right now, it's named World Baseball League. If you come up with a better name before we actually create the league and set it in the franchise for the shuffle draft, let me know. I think I was playing with the Sandcats just because they look like Texas State with the symbol. So... but here's what I've come up with this time. I'm a big dum-dum for some reason. The World Bag Ball League. Yes. Oh, we're changing everything. I'm just going to look up hiking companies. And that's what all the divisions and stuff are going to be named after. Nothing but hiking and camping apparel. We're going to be part of the Ozark division and the Yeti Union division down there. All right, this puts me in a good mood. Not only did Louisville win today, but I'm in a good mood to get this started. Just so y'all know, Seven has been harassing me, and the more he harassed me, I delayed it. I'm just joking. So here is what we have going. Lethal jumping in there, rating with a party of 17.
Thank you for being a friend.
You love to see it. Delay it any further and I shall harass you a 17th time. It is the season to be giving, so we shall be giving tonight. Get to the chopper. We got to go. It is baseball time. It's got to get the bag and go hiking. All right, so let's just take a look. Obviously, a lot of the teams, I kept the original 20 teams, scattered them around the leagues, and then I went and give them all cities. Some of the cities are the same from Super Mega Baseball 3. Some of them I updated. But again, I'm a big dum-dum. And for some reason, I thought Major League Baseball had 32 teams. They've only got 30. So I made 2 extra teams. But I evened it out. There's 8 divisions, 2 conferences. The Global Conference, which is going to be mostly the world, is going to have the DH spots. And in the Americas Conference, which includes Mexico, it is not going to have DH, so the pitchers will be batting. Only 4 of you created a pitcher, so we shouldn't have too big of an issue with that. Character creation is closed, by the way. What I'll have to do is after the first season, I'll have to do a different sign up and then plug people in as free agents. If you can do that, I'm actually not even sure if that's a thing because they changed so much of the quality of life features of this game. I'm not sure what will work and what will not work. So yeah, but there's 25 people starting total, and that's kind of comparable. It's more than we had in Super Mega Baseball 3 starting off. Obviously, we'll pick up steam, but what I'll have to do is in between season is you'll just have to tell me if you want a character, and I'll just have to pick a free agent, and hopefully I can rename them and maybe make them look different and try to make it close to you as I can. But that's the kind of the way that it went. Let me see if I can bring this up and see if it shows. I tried to make an actual draft board. And so, yeah, so we have the best available down here. And when I say that, I mean that lightly. What I did to make it fair this time around, those colors are way bright, but y'all are just going to have to deal with it, is that older players unless you're a Patreon subscriber, got the higher stats. So they're the S's and the A's and the A pluses. And then the younger you get, you go down. So your 21-year-olds, your 19-year-olds, your 22-year-olds, they're more near the bottom. And the reason for that is I found out that the computer, I did test on this. The computers have like no budget. They literally just increase the value of everybody on their team. So like the young people shoot up the scale. Like there is no like demand, like stop. So like people who are C's are like B pluses before the season's over. People who are B's are like A's, and A's are almost S's. It's ridiculous the way that it's like that. We have to go properly. If you end up on my team, I did 6 practice drafts. In one draft, I got 5 people, 5 of the people there on the left. On another one, I got 0. And most of the time I got 2 or 3, depending. I'm fully expecting us not to get any created characters on the squad tonight because that's just how it works. Though I have simulated a number of seasons and a lot of players get thrown off their teams, just like it did before. When the team seems like they're not going to win, they kick players off to try to save money and you can pick them up. I have noticed in 2 occasions where certain players in the top, like the S's and some of the A pluses, will not get drafted because their money that they demand salary wise is so high that the computer will not take a chance on it. So that's kind of the way that it works out. So it's pretty nice. Again, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how everybody lands. I've actually, when I was doing one of the practice drafts and I played through, it was actually more fun running into you because I've found like a threshold where it's not really easy to win. And I pretty much went like 500. But it was running into you all really hurt me. So I had to show myself on the doll where each and every one of you hurt me. So all right, so let's get back to it and just go through the teams real quick and just show you all what I've created. So we've got the Americas Conference. They are DH free, so no DH for them. I know that in real baseball, they got DH all across it now. I'm a traditionalist. I hate it. So we'll see. Makatayuki, we will see. Also in real life, they... what else have they put a base runner on in extra innings, I guess, now? You have the option to do that. I will ask you all if you want to do that. But I kind of like the traditional sense where you don't get anybody out on the bases. And if you play 19, 20, 20 innings, then you play 19, 20, 20 innings. So, all right, looking at the teams, we got the Florida Crocodons. They are out of Orlando, Florida. Zero likes the ideas. A tradition like unlike any other. Okay, calm down. Calm down there now, PGA Golf. We run here. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We've got the Florida Crocodons. They are based out of Orlando, Florida, because that was the best place. I went back and I redid most of the images and added like their logos. I changed them to add like something on it, little bit here and there. I did change on the jerseys. The names have all been changed, and some of them I changed the colors. I changed all the stadiums. Every stadium, including the DLC ones, are used at least once, most of them twice. So I tried to spread it out to where they're actually, wherever the team is based, this field makes sense for them being there. Except there's one European team that I think I gave them New York City because I just didn't care. So it was funny that way. It is what it is. But yeah. So going. Florida Crocodons, I think, were a traditional team from last one. I know the Birmingham Buzzards, they make a return this time around. Obviously, they're in Birmingham, Alabama. Not to be confused with Birmingham, Russia. I don't know. We got the New York Nemesis. They play at Apple Field. Who would have thought? They're probably going to be one of the tougher teams because it feels like no matter what you do with them, England? There's no Birmingham, England. What are you talking about? I was trying to come up with something realistic, not like throwing England into the mix. What are y'all talking about? Birmingham, England. That's ridiculous. We got the DC Defenders. This is one that I created. I went back and messed with them. I just wanted the tank thing. They added with this last patch a few more things to like customize your logos and stuff. But honestly, it's very limited of what you have. I mean, it looks like a lot, but you got to remember a lot of these are like the base teams, like the Fire Elementals, the Heaters, the Crocodile Heroes, the Crocodons. And then there's just generic props and shapes. I honestly thought this was a lens flare at first, but it's a clock. So, yeah, I had to be, because like, I know I talked to Reaver, I talked to Seven, I talked to some other people, and they had really good names. We could have the 69s, I guess, but that's just perverted. Because who wants to make teams based on horoscopes? But, so I did what I could. I mean, there was like basic animals they just didn't have. Like, obviously they didn't have like cubs, because obviously there's cubs. They didn't have tiger, lions. All those are like copyrighted teams. So I guess they thought people would keep, do it. And I just didn't want to spend like days and days and days. It is a side grade, Grimmeth. That is the proper term. I did the best I could. That's all I'm going to say. The best I can. We're going to have fun with it the best we can. And we're going to move on. Which was all wild pigs. We're bringing them back. Obviously, they're in Wichita, Kansas. Oh, I didn't tell you all. The DC Defenders are in Washington, D.C. That is the capital of the United States. Not to be confused with Washington State. They're not on the West Coast. Though I did think about putting them in the Western Conference just to be hilarious. Or not the Western Conference. I do like their golden field that I put them in. That looks pretty cool. Though some of these fields do have some very pequeña back fences. So I'm expecting balls to go over the fences. We got the Wyoming Wideloads, one of two teams in Wyoming. The Wyoming Wideloads are not based out of Cheyenne. They are based out of Laramie, near Fort Laramie, obviously, because of the Oregon Trail connection. I thought that would be really cool. Texarkana making a thing back. They also got the Corral as their field. That is Texarkana, Texas, or Tejas, for you historically great people. DC Defenders goes well with the Washington Commanders. I thought about making them the DC baseball team. That did cross my mind. And I was just going to make it a basic D and C as their logo. And then put baseball team underneath it. And I didn't do it. And part of me does regret it because I wanted the tank. But I just really like the tank. Leave me alone. Like, I tried really hard to put this tank on something because it's got like a cool little face with eyes. So... all right, we got the Iowa Hot Corners. This is a team that changed. They were the Reno Hot Corners last time, but after thinking about it, the Jacks made it more sense to be a team based out of Las Vegas than Reno. So no Louisville Cyclones this time. Some teams had to be retired. So we got the Hot Corners of Iowa, which makes sense. They're corn. And besides that cool children's hospital that they built near the University of Iowa, I don't know what else is there. So it's in Des Moines. That is the capital of Iowa. We've got the Mexican division. I decided to include them into the Americas Conference. We've got the Tijuana Sawteeth. They were here last year. Obviously, all these teams are in Mexico. The Hot Corners relocated. I'm sorry. I didn't know you all were so attached to where they were at. I'll have to remember that in the future. So we got the Tijuana Sawteeth. They're playing at the Swagger Center. We got the Tampico Platypi who make their return. They're playing at the Ciudad de Colores. It's not how you say that, but it's one of the DLC fields. We don't like change. Okay, you back row Baptists, calm down. We're going to have the potluck anyway. We got the Parque Yardineros. That's where the Veracruz Grapplers. They're based out of Heroica, Veracruz in Mexico. I do like that field. It does look nice. Some of the fields they made in DLC are really nice. I do hate they put them behind DLC. And then we got the Guadalajara Geckos, which is a new one. And they're at the Stade Royal. And they're in Guadalajara. Who would have thought? I do like the cool gecko. That's why I picked him as a mascot. All right, looking down to what our division is going to be, the boring name Pacific Division. If you could think of a better name for the Pacific Division by the time I get done with this going over, we will change it. Actually, I got the Eastern Charm Division, the Heartland Division, and the Mexican Division, and then the Pacific, just based on where they're at. No, we're not doing the Montezuma Division. The Las Vegas Jacks. So another team that did relocate, because it makes sense for the card mascot to be based out of Las Vegas. I think I thought about doing that last time, but I thought it was too cliche, so I didn't. Yeah, from Jacksonville, Mississippi to Las Vegas. I mean, you know, times are tough. It's just like here where I live. We had the Legends that were, I think, connected to the Royals or maybe the Astros, and they're gone now. So we have some stupid team called the Counterclocks. You know, things happen like that. Hollywood Herbivore, they're making their valiant return with their ugly orange and green uniforms. Whatever. Bunch of vegetarians there in Hollywood. Makes sense. We got the Tucson Overdogs. I do believe that they relocated. I think they were Orlando last time. So that was a side request because somebody did not like two teams being based out of Florida. So that's fine. So we sent them out to the desert. They get the Red Rock Park. That's fine. It'll be fine. These are all teams in our division. And then we have who we're going to be, the Green River Sirens. We're playing at Whacker's Will for reasons. So yeah, we'll let that go. No Monarchy either. We had to get rid of some of the teams. But yeah, you could full screen the pictures now. But you can do alternate uniforms. I did find that out. So I do like the away ones. But yeah, I think I did make alternate uniforms. So yeah, there's some black kits there. I'm calling them kits. The black and green. And then I think I got a green and with the purple accent. This is one of the cool changes they did add to the game. And then we have just an old school fade kit or jersey or whatever that goes from the green down to the purple at the bottom. I was a Monarch for like 80% of Super Mega Baseball 3. So, all right. Moving over to the Global Conference, we got the Moose. They have moved to Vancouver. I believe they were somewhere else. They're playing at the Big Sky Ballpark. I do like that their team strikeout sound effect is an elk call. Need a kit emote, receives a baby cat face. It is what it is. Yes. So from Manitoba over to Vancouver, they needed a little bit more warm weather. I guess Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver's a little bit warmer because I know when they had the Olympics there, the Winter Olympics, people were throwing a fit because the snow was melting because the temperatures were getting up to like 50, 60 degrees during the Winter Olympics, and they had all those problems. A new team added, we have the Cape Town Penguins. And I did do some research. There are penguins in Cape Town, South Africa, which is the capital of South Africa, and their stadium has palm trees. There are both palm trees and penguins in the area of Cape Town. The more you know. Do. We've got the Seoul Cyberbots because I felt like we needed a Korean team. I don't know why it looks like Ice Cube is a player on their team there. They're playing at the Tiger Den, which is the only like Korean-based field. This bagball league truly is intercontinental. That's right. We're bringing in all the masses this time. We're going to travel the world. We also got the Brisbane Lorikeets. I really like that name. I was trying to get away. They were going to be like the Sydney Outback for the longest time. And then I vetoed myself and said, no, we're going to pick a bird. They're going to be colorful. And it's going to be the Brisbane Lorikeets, based out of Brisbane, Australia. So that division they got some hella divisional road trips. Canada, South Africa, South Korea, and Australia. All over the place. What do you mean, why is its eyes so low? That is how it looks, okay? So that's the international division, which makes sense. We've got the Rising Sun division. These are teams all based in Japan. Well, Glumkill, there's no kangaroo thing. There's no kangaroo like image. There, I couldn't do it because they didn't have one. That was like, I just don't understand. Hiroshima Heaters, which a lot of you give me crap about. They make their return. Kyoto Blowfish also making their return. They'll be playing at Sakura Hills, Sakura, whatever it is. We got the Sapporo Snow Foxes. I created them. They're new for this division. So 2 teams there playing there. And then we got the Osaka Night Warriors. Again, this was one where I think Seven was trying to tell me to like pick something really cool like Ronin or something like that. But there was very limited images on what you could make. So that's kind of why we're there with the Osaka Night Warriors, which I think is the most like blah team I created. It's whatever. All right, we're going to go a little bit more around the Caribbean and South America now with the tropical division. We got the Puerto Plata Freebooters. They're based out of the Dominican Republic. I thought that they needed a cool team to represent them. They're playing at the Castillo Arena. And from the looks of it, you may need a hiking bag to get to that place. Commissar Makatayuki's cargo shipments will be busy with the international division. That's right. And I think we had the freebooters. They were like the Fremont freebooters out of California. So yeah, they really went. San Juan Sandcats making their return. They are actually picking up the Drake's Old Stadium of El Viejo Stadium, which makes more sense since San Juan's in Puerto Rico and the Captain Puerto Rico flags there with the cruise ship. So just don't get sick or you're gonna get stuck there. We got the Cobras of Caracas. They're based out of Venezuela, which is the capital. I gave them the motor yard. We don't need Detroit. I'm sure Caracas looks like that. Caracas. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then we got the Lima Liberators. They're based out of Peru. They will be playing at the Shaka Sports Turf. I really like their logo. I did some work on that. The Liberators of Lima. And if you know anything about history down there in South America, it makes a lot of sense. It goes on with it. I had to do the best I could with the image, though. The sign, the flag back there says Peru. It's just covered up because it's waving behind the Liberator guy, who's supposed to be like some kind of makeshift conquistador. That's the best that I could come up with that. So that is your tropical division. So they're kind of all over the place. Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Peru. And then we got the European division. We got the Moonstars of Prague. If you want to see the difference between what characters look like, there is Alicia Woodrow. They have massacred the way that the players look in this game, and it's very sad. But that is Alicia Woodrow. And yeah, she looks kind of sick. All the characters look kind of sick. They're based out of Prague in the Czech Republic. There's kind of some history with moon gazing and looking at the stars and using telescopes. So we'll just leave that there. We've got the London Royals, which they've got the little London Bridge in their background and a lion with a king crown on. So yeah, that's the most cliche thing I could come up with to represent London and be different. My character looks like he drug himself from the nuclear plant from The Simpsons. But he only has 2 eyes, so that's a bonus. Hey, look, I gave London their little Ferris wheel thing. What more do you want? I don't know what else you have there. London does too. They got the stupid little wheel in their city, and just pretend the roller coaster is that dumb looking building they put up there that looks like a triangle. So man. Got the Barcelona Bulls. I'm hoping that I hope that doesn't say anything bad at the bottom. But we'll just go with it. If you speak Castilian Spanish, you can let me know if I did that wrong. But I do like their color combo. It comes up good. I'm not a big fan of blue. and white for various reasons of where I live and the teams I cheer for. But yeah, we'll let that go. They're playing in Barcelona. I didn't say where London played, but it's London, England. You know, a real city to exist, unlike Birmingham. And then we got the okay, I'm going to say it wrong. Ljubljana Beewolves. There we go. I can't look at it. They are based out of Slovenia, which is the capital. I had to move the Beewolves somewhere, and I literally the Warcom Beewolves. I literally went into Wheel of Names, and I copied every country in the world, and I spun that bad boy, and it landed on Slovenia. And I was like, there we go. Ljubljana. No, I said that wrong too. All right, here we go. If I wouldn't have got ready and like hyped myself up. Ljubljana. Ljubljana. Here we go. Ljubljana. I was right. Ljubljana. I'm adding another thing. So the J is silent. So Ljubljana. The Ljubljanites. You've got a baseball team. Welcome to the big show. Oh. Oh man. Well, anyway, the Beewolves. The only place that made sense because evidently they do honey there. So I tried to make things that made sense. So yeah, that is kind of where we're at. So that's our European division, tropical division, rising sun, and international division. That makes up the global conference. They all get DHs. America's conference is the Eastern Charm division. That's the East Coast. Heartland division. That's Middle America. The Mexican division, view that as like a Southern division. And then the Pacific division, which we're in. The way that it's going to be set up is we'll play 40 games per season. Because the game has this 4-3-1 thing, that means that every team in our division, so Las Vegas, Hollywood, and Tucson, will play 4 times. We'll play them 2 home, 2 away. Everybody else in our conference, so from the other 3 divisions, we will play 3 times. And it mixes them up. You'll either get 2 home or 2 away, and then obviously the third one will be and so it goes back and forth on those. And then with the one, let's say that right. 4-3-2, 4-3-1. Now I'm second guessing myself of what it is. I have to double check. We must know. We must have it for science. No, I was wrong. It's 4 for the division, and then we play everybody else once. So we'll play every team in the league once, and then everybody in our division 4 times. The only alternative, since there's not an option to change the way the league like does, like you can't set it for you to play your, like if I had the ability to do it, I would play my division the most. I would play my conference 2 games at least, and then you throw in like 1 or 2 of the divisions on the other side. But you don't have that. The Oklahoma City Bullfrogs. Is that a real team though? So yeah, 8 conferences, 4. So that's the way it's all set up. The free agents are all through here. There is 120 something, but after everybody is freaking drafted, I think there's only like 96 allowed. So that's the way it is. So when we play a team on the global conference, so let's say we go to Puerto Plata, we will have a DH. If they come play us, they will not, and their pitcher will have to bat. So that's kind of where we're at now. Did anybody see anything that they thought needed to be changed or anything like that? Rename the Pacific Division to the Manifest Destiny Division. Oh, that's really good. I don't know if it'll fit, though, is the problem. It's so long. It would have to be like the Manifest Division. Yeah, because I think Eastern Charm, like, maxed it out. And International did, too, so... I also tinkered with the idea. Green River, we are based out of Green River, Wyoming. I thought about putting them with the wide loads, but geographically, Wyoming wide loads are further east, which puts them in the heartland, and we are the farthest western team not in the heartland. So, besides Las Vegas, Hollywood, and Tucson, obviously. So that's kind of what bumped us to the Pacific. I don't think Green River in Sweetwater County, Wyoming, is considered a rich place. All right, so I guess the thing to prepare you all for we'd be contact specialist is we're going to do 40 games per season, 9 innings. Okay, so we need to do a thing if we want to have the... We can do the auto runner. You can put it off, so there's no extra runners when you go to extra innings. You can also do it on the first, so like as soon as the extra inning starts, you have a runner, or you wait till the second extra inning, or you wait till the third extra inning, so that would be the 12th inning, and then they give you an extra runner. So that's something that you all can debate right now in chat. We've got second extra inning, because honestly, I could care less. The only thing is it may deplete your bullpen. F that rule. It's a good compromise. To hell with... Whoa, Grimmeth coming out there. Oh, my God. Gee, Willikers. Let me put some calming music down here just to soothe the beast there in Grimmeth. Scaring me. You earned that base. All right, so no auto runners. All right, so the next thing we need to do is figure out how many playoff teams we're going to have. Minimum of 8, because that means that each divisional leader gets it. I have toyed with thinking about making it 16. And I know that's half the league. But that would be the top 2 teams at each tier. So you would have 8 on each side. You can't do all 32, though. That would be hilarious. I wish that, again, this is one of the things where I thought that maybe they could emulate real life baseball and give you more options. Like, hey, let's take the divisional winners and then take maybe the next, 3 or 4 and put them, not 4 because that would be right where we are, or set it up to where like there's a wild card play in, but that's not even an option. You can go 2, so you have all these divisions, but only the 2 best. Yeah, the wild card rule would be fun in this. Another thing that they left out, so I guess y'all are liking the 16. That does give us more of a chance to make the playoffs if we suck. Is you only really can... You can't make the early playoff rounds be less. And I swear that was a thing in Super Mega Baseball 3, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe I am misremembering. Maybe I'm being Brian Jennings on this. Or... Oh God, I hit the wrong button. My bad. I'm trying to remember what I think we did, we could have 1 inning games. The thing though with 7, you got to think about the repercussions of this. And here's the only reason I'm okay with 7. I'm also okay with 3 and 5. The reason is if we do 16 playoff teams, that could literally be, that's what, 4 rounds? That could be 28 extra games. The Mets play. That could be 20-something extra games on top of a 40-game season. So that's the only thing that I have the argument against. 8-game series with a tiebreaker. So sometimes I was thinking about like 5. Like winning 3 out of 5 would be... I think that's the more fair approach. Like I said, if I could set it up, I would actually set that first round match to be 1 or 3, the second one to be 5, and then the big ones to be 7. But again, it's like the customization was like an afterthought. And I don't understand it. I think we did 5 in Super Mega Baseball 3, and we had a lot of drama. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. And again, I could be wrong. I could just be lying to you all. You all remember 3 better than I do. I've got lots of soccer in my mind.
You know what you did was wrong, but the question is, how are you going to make things right?
Hey, Hack Cheese, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I don't have my hello there on here. Oh no. Wait, I have a different hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Bobby said no customization at first. All I remember is there's a ball involved. That makes sense. All right. So, and we're going to start with the shuffle draft. So it messes everything up. Okay. So, I am terrified of this, to be honest with you all. So we are going to be the Green River Sirens, or the Sirens, however you want to say it. Full disclosure, there is a chance that no created players, including myself, end up on the player team. And we will play a few games without them, and then we'll eventually have to not trade, but wait till they get some on Jesus Deer get me on Green River. It'll be fine. We'll have to wait until they get released or whatever. They've really done the loyalty thing. So like, let's say Makatuyuki's on my team, and after the game it says, hey, who do you want to be nominated for the MVP? I could pick Makatuyuki and he gets plus loyalty, or I could pick some other player like Jess Fowl, who probably may have had a better game. And if I pick her loyalty goes up and his goes down, and he may not want to sign with me at the end of the year if his loyalty is so low. Am I going to be posting this to YouTube? Yes, I'm going to try to. In the world, why is this thing I command you to loop. Oh my God, what have I done? Sure, why not? We'll let that go. I know, loyalty. And it's very cattywampus. Because though when you buy upgrades, I know like before Lethal's character always wanted a date, and we never got it for. If you do the upgrades, that increases their loyalty. So you can actually be a jerk to them throughout the season, and as long as you buy them upgrades, they'll still be loyal. Now, at the end of the season, that loyalty will set at a certain level. It could be anywhere from 0 to 100, but even at 99, there's a 1% chance that they won't re-sign with you, and you'll have to replace them. So there's going to be a lot of shuffling every season. Look, you all are arguing with each other over real sports. We're here to argue about fake sports, so stop it. All right, so one more time looking at the draft board. I've got so much stuff across here. We've got 26 players, I believe. Yes, there's 26 players up for draft. There is a salary cap, which is the daunting issue. And that's kind of why, like, over here on the end, I've got where we'll put their salary down, because there's certain players who I've seen them leave their team, and when they become a free agent mid-season, they want like $40 million. So I am also going to have to be like Johnny on the spot when this starts by I'm gonna have to try to remember everybody's name in game. Like, obviously some of them are easy. Like if I see Stephen Thomas, I'm like, hey, that's me. But then there's other people whose names are not really the same. I know like Chip Wafers, I miss him a lot. Tower Obscures, I think his is Nick something. I miss him. Molo's got a different name. It does have Molo in it, but sometimes if I don't catch it, and they go real quick. Like when we pick, it's slow. You can see everybody and you get to build your team. But when the computer goes, it goes real fast. So if you all see me like really like trance out and I'm like just staring and typing, it's because I'm trying to pay attention to people's players. Sir Studs, I have not got any of that stuff set up yet. I'm going to work on it. I promise. I promise. I just wanted to get tonight started and we'll go from there. So, yes. And in all the times that I drafted, only 2 people didn't get drafted. Because the way the shuffle draft works is actually 3 people. The way the shuffle draft works is you only get like a selection of 8. And then if you don't, obviously the one you pick is on your team. The ones who get thrown back out there, the computer may have a chance at them, or they may just go to free agency. And I've seen S-tier players, one S-tier player didn't get drafted, and they were on the free market after the fact. So one of the basic rules that I may do, it has Grimmeth, and I love it. I love building it up. Don't make me break out the draft hat special for tonight. It is brought to you by Sugar-Free Mentos. We know the cool draft picks because we've got them on the board. Anyway. So, custom shuffle draft. 40 games. 9 innings. No auto runners because you all hate Manfred, who's the baseball commissioner of Major League Baseball. 16 playoff teams, so half the league will get in the playoffs. We have 5-game series, so the team that wins 3 advances on. We start with the shuffle draft. We are the Green River Sirens. That's Makatayuki's job. I'm sorry, comrade. Who in the world? I've got like 9 people trying to call me. Like, is it anybody in the family? If it's family, I'll have to take a stop, and then Grandma will be like, he's delaying it. No, it's not. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. All right, chaps. I hate this part. So here's the thing I'm going to ask you all. I think that in fairness, even if on the first draft, let's say Jackie Slam or freaking Alicia Woodrow, S-tier players are there. And then there's a viewer, I think I should always have to take the viewer. I think that's fair. Even if you all wreck my salary cap, I think that if I have a chance to go after a viewer player, I have to. What's Grimace like? Fuck everybody else. You just pick who's great. If Jackie Slam is there, you take Jackie Slam. Hack and cheese, I can't do that because everybody I created is a free agent. So they would be sitting there, not on a team for the majority. The way I've got it set up now, if we do the shuffle draft, everybody at least gets on a team. I could start keeping their career logs and seeing their, because I'm a big statistician person. So I'm going to have like all these stupid spreadsheets. I'll make them public once I get them set up, but we'll go from there. Giving up your newly deformed Bay, Alicia Woodrow. God, I know. And Sky Rodriguez is out there somewhere. Sky Rodriguez. They butchered her so bad. She doesn't even look human. All right. So again, if you have not made it and you didn't get to sign up, you need to follow the link down below to join the Discord because I put it on there like 30,000 times. I've also tweeted it out. It's on both of the YouTube channels, which you can find links to those below. But what I'll do is in between season 1 to season 2, I'll rename some free agents with people who want to sign up, but I've not set that forum up yet. So she's become baseball itself, beyond human. All right, so I think we get first pick, maybe. I don't think we truly get first pick. I think it just shows us first, but then the other teams, because I've seen when you pick, there's not always an S tier player. Actually, I've never seen an S tier player on the first pick. Now that I think about that, that's kind of fishy, isn't it? So I would say you just get thrown in there random. If I show up at some point, I'm sure you all want me to not pick myself. Or if 2 people show up, then we'll have to really do things. Let's hear AC36.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly.
Jesus, Grimmett. Okay. Without further ado, a female deer. Redeem, stop sawing. Let's get this going. The Green River Sirens and season 1 of the shuffle draft of Super Mega Baseball 4 starts right now. And here we go. The Green River Sirens are on the board. They get Stump Juarez, a starting pitcher. As you can see here on the right, you have the team you have to beat or have to make. You got all your position players. You have 5 bench players. You have 4 starting pitchers, and then you have your bullpen. Closers do cost more money. Remember, whatever happens, we'll still give you crap. I have to remember that. And you can see some of their salaries right there at the start. So Stump Juarez, he's an elite. He's got an elite slider. You can see that down there on the bottom left. He's also a workhorse. 4 pitches. We got Immaculo Spectaculo, who is a reliever. Another thing we've got to pay attention to, as you see down there at the bottom, it says number of traits. If you look like right here. So the traits will bump your characters up or down depending on who you put on your team. This first pick kind of sets the tone for that. You also, to the left of that, you have your surplus, which is developmental funds, or your payroll. So we'll have to do that. We got Charles Guevara, magic hands, but he has noodle arm. If there's any trait you want to see, I can bring it up and show it to you. So noodle arm, depending on your traits of your player, decreases the speed when throwing. Sometimes they throw it and it just hits the ground in front of them. He does have magic hands, just the arm they're connected to sucks. We got Miranda Walter, who is a starting pitcher, but again, she's walk prone and she's got an elite changeup. Between her and Stump, notice we got 1 A+ and then an A pitcher. Slick Pickman. He's a pick officer, so that's pretty nice. I actually don't think I've ever played with somebody who has that. Opposing base runners suffer decreased running speed. Okay. We got Madonna Schmidt. She's also a workhorse, but Again, it comes down to like, would you take she does have 68 accuracy compared to Stump has 76. So if those you don't know, looking at the things, Vel is velocity, Junk is your junk. That's the bend on their pitches. ACC is accuracy. When you're looking at fielder players, POW is power, HON is contact, speed is speed, or SPED, SPD, FLD is fielding, and then ARM is their arm strength. Let's see. Continuing on, we've got Franklin Alday. Age is important as well. Players that are older will have more decreases, and players that are younger will have more bumps. And Madoka Hayata. She's very fast. She's got good contact, not a lot of power. She is a wild thrower. 5% chance of committing an errant or disastrous throw, regardless of throwing minigame outcome. So if you don't line her up with people with her trait, she could have a 10% chance of doing that. Yeah, I think on this one, we have to go with Stump Juarez as our ace. I don't think there's any alternative to that. He's also got workhorse, which means he'll do a lot of complete games. 65 fielding's pretty nice too. I mean, 2 fastballs, a curveball, and a slider. That's pretty good. You can learn new pitches in this version of the game, so keep that in mind. Got to take Slick Pickman? I don't know about that. All right, so I've got to hit this button. And I've got to very quickly, I'm telling you all, it's just gonna, it shows the team and a name shoots across. And that's all you get for knowing who's gonna be next. So I've literally got to like, okay this player and then get ready to type over here on the other screen. So yeah, I guess you all could do that. So we will draft Stump Juarez as our first pick. And then let's see who else. Reaver goes next. Rick Snyder's a player. So Travis the Unknown goes. Then with Jackie Slam. There goes Chip Wafers. That's a person. Jesus, it goes so fast. Dexterous, Frequin, Alicia Woodrow, Asher Ryan just went. Thez Stryker just went. Oh my God, everybody's going really quick this time away. There's not going to be anybody left. There goes Hammer Longballo. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people are already off the board. Okay, that was fast. Okay. Hey, Nicholas. I honestly didn't get to see who got anybody. Wait, Alicia Woodrow went to the Hot Corners. Isn't that the team she's on already? Asher Ryan going down to play in the freaking in Peru of all places. Let me see if I can get this all to flip over here so we can bring up the draft board. All right, so Asher Ryan. Can't wait to get injured. First base, right field. I don't know. I might have to jump back. What is your salary? We'll go back and fill the salaries in at the end. So I know that a number of people. Why is the font different? I guess it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 6 people went in the first round. That is actually terrifying because I did not think The Reaver went. Reaver's a pitcher. I know that. Travis the Unknown went. Chip Wafers went. He's a catcher. Travis, you're an outfield. I don't remember which one exactly. I'll have to switch that in a minute. We got Asher Ryan and then Thez. Was there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who am I missing? Oh, Rick. Rick Snyder went. Eccentric's character. All right, so Ryan, you're off the board. Rick Schneider is off the board. Chip Wafers went. You're off the board. Essentially, they almost took everybody from the top, which is very rare. I've not seen that before. I know I shared with Seven some of the draft like things, and it does not always go like that. And outfielders going early is really weird. Well, Reaver's a little bit down. But he's a pitcher, so he may have been the only pitcher that popped up there. Makatayuki, you got to remember, I did it by age. Younger players are lower because when they get their stuff, they get higher. Like, I think the turnover was, if you're in your late 20s or 30s, you will lose 10 or 11. If you're in your low 20s or teens, you'll gain like 10 to 15 halfway through the season almost. It's really crazy how that works. Oh, this is fine. I can just move this back and forth while we look. So we got Asher Ryan. Travis the Unknown is in. How do I? You're in the Ljubljana Beewolves, Travis. Congratulations for living in Slovenia. A great. I know. You know what? I'm just gonna put Beewolves. You've made it on the War Gobbles. Yes. It's all coming to plan. Z is going to the London Royals. Congratulations, you're moving to England. That's actually pretty funny. It'll slow down after this round. Slip Slaughter, Never Walker. Oh, Rick Schneider going to Prague. So we got 2 players. Don't know what happened to my my R there, but it just took off. Okay, frequent. Wow, they took a closer first. Closer it's an S tier closer, but I bet she's like. You can't see how much money they are. Oh, her payroll, she's 16 million. You can see it. It's behind me, but. Marsha Brown, that's a good one. Elmo Slayer goes to the Snow Foxes. Jeff Jock there. Chip Wafers goes to Tampico. I misspelled his name. Tampico. I always misspell platypi. That's not right, is it? Close enough. And then we just didn't see where Reaver went. Where'd you go, Reaver? Did you even pay attention? Oh, I thought you were going to be in our division. Ace Von Asen to the Buzzards. Reaver going to Australia to play for the Lorikeets. Oh. That's hilarious. I know I misspelled Wafer's name here. I added a T into it. All right, so let me make sure this is still right. We've still got 20. Yeah, so we had 26. So there's still a lot of talent. Again, another thing that threw the ratings off was depending on what positive traits you got and negative traits. So you could have more, let's say like Shaman's an A+. Technically, Zenus could have more points than Shaman, but he has a negative trait, so that brings his rating down. If at some point the computer or us, if he's on our team, pays to remove that, he could shoot back up to an A+. So it's very volatile, because usually when I made it, most people, if you're a B, you are 1 point away from B+. You're a B+, you're 1 point away from A-. I put everybody at the top of the tier the most that I could. And that was my fair way of, even though like, don't look at a B and think, oh, my player sucks. It's definitely not that way at all. Believe me. As somebody who I'm like an A-, I have a speed of like a table chair. So it's very different. All right. So with that said, we must look at who we take in round 2 with Green River. We have another starting pitcher. Are we going to be a team of pitchers? Glumkill, I have no idea how you've accomplished this. We have Rupert Guerrero, another young pitcher. We got Braylon Shepard, who's an old right fielder. Great power and contact, though. Good Lord. He's also got a cannon arm. Nugget Burger. Older pitcher, but again, if I'm going to go for a starting pitcher, it's going to be the 19-year-old. We got Avenue Francis, who has a freaking amazing arm for a third base. Stitch Grapowski. He feels surrounded. -10 velocity, -10 junk, -10 accuracy when pitching with at least 2 runners on base. I am the big red meatball. I made myself slow as molasses, just out of fairness. I also think I gave myself a negative trait too. So Javier Hatier, he's a good player. We got Tristan Did. Man, there's some good, and Grunt Manley. There is such good like choices here, but we dropped in talent considerably. We only have 1 A on the table right now. Here's what I'm talking about also. Rupert has no traits, and he's an A. If he had like 1 positive trait, he would probably be an A+. Do we spend 26 million of our salary on pitchers? Tristan is 30. So he's probably going to lose power and speed very quick. .85 accuracy on a pitcher, though, at 19. Probably only have the young ones for like a season, but Grunt Manley. I did think about Grunt. It's not bad for a first baseman. Javier Hatier with 93 power is not bad either. The whiffer trait does hurt him, though. But I would want somebody with much higher fielding. I would rather give fielding for second base and shortstop than that. And I know a lot more of you are fielding players on down. There's very few, like Reaver's already off the board. So that means pitching wise, we've got Shaman's out there, AC36 is out there, and then Cayman is out there. And Cayman is going to be astronomical because he's a closer. I think we have to take Rupert here. That gives us two amazing starting pitchers. And then from this point on, we need to look for start building our coherent infield, I think. Getting some power. So, all right, so we'll take Rupert, and then let's see who else goes here. It's going to go fast again, so brace your butt cheeks. Maculo, Javier Haley, Jacques Often, Chug Bourbony, Mark Price, Dexter Bravo, Bloop Michaels, Damian Dela Cruz, Charlie Best, Marvin Steed, Gasser Morris, Wicket, Besto Wiley, Nance Tools, Ellis, Alana Lantana, Patterson, Adam Campbell. That's somebody. Kerwin Arches just went. That's a good one. Magic Molo. There goes Moeller. There goes Nick. There goes Grimmeth. There goes Cayman. There goes Shaman. Oh! Oh my gosh. There's people that says this is fun. 1, 2, 3, 6 more people just went. That's a pitcher. Molo went. That is let's see, Nick Miscunatis. That's first baseman. That's for the second first baseman to go. You know, though, I may have missed Darkwolf's character, but I don't think I've seen Jack Brennan go. It's not Queen Grimmett. Is it Queen? It's Queen Griffith. Sorry, Grimmett. I did the best I could. You got Cayman that just went. And then the last was Shaman. Shaman no hit me when I was practicing. Oh, that really takes a lot of that off. So Shaman, we need to check and see if Jack Brennan's went. So Shaman and Nick both went. Adam and Billy went. Grimmeth and Magic Molo went. A lot of, I mean, the shortstops and stuff have not went out there either. It's just, it's so random what, so all the pitchers are gone. So now I don't feel bad at all. Seven is the baby of everybody. All right, so let's see where you all went. because I get more excited to see where you all went. All right, well, there's one right there. AC36 is going to Guadalajara. He's going to be playing alongside Jock Sports. Guadalajara. I've left the letter out. Guadalajara. No, I got it. I'm proud of myself. You're a gecko. Yay. This goes way quicker with this. At least it's not Europe. It's a payoff depending on your age. You either get points up front or you get points later on. So, like I said, I try to do it. Queen Griffith is playing on. Oh, you're in our division. Oh, hey Molo, you just got drafted. We're gonna find out where you went. So we'll see Grimmeth 4 times this season. Grimmeth, you're right. That is exactly what I asked for. Man, why do I wish for such things? I was like, Grimmeth, I want you to help make a character. I'm sure it'll turn out to be an enemy of mine somehow. Little did I know. We've already got Asher Ryan. Travis over in Louisiana. Atlanta, Lantan. Wow, London Royals coming together. We already got him. Okay, Frequin. Oh, Punchy. See, we're doing the same as the Snow Foxes. They got 2 amazing pitchers up front, too. Cayman is going to be at Seoul, which probably fits him. I mean, he does have a forklift degree, ladies. So, it makes sense for him to be out there. He's a cyberbot. Clelk want me to hydrate. I might have to go get some more to drink here in a minute. He's forklift certified, just saying. We got Chip, Goose Jackson, Slash Trips, and Hammerlong Ballo. Tijuana is stacked with 2 players already. Their payroll is already $31 million. $33 million here. Jovita Pulo must have cost out the wazoo. They butchered her too. See, all these computer teams have cheated. They got all these S players. We didn't even get a chance. Wyoming picked 2. Molo is going to Barcelona. Molo is a bull. Let me scroll this back over so you all can see this. I'm sure Molo will just destroy the enemies over there. Their payroll. Okay, they got Molo and this Phenomeno, who are 2 great players, and their payroll's under 26 million. There'll be a team that goes into. Oh my God, they got Ace Von Acen and Kerwin Arches. Ooh, Birmingham, you nasty. But here's Reaver by himself. They're also a team that's got 2 premier players for under 26 million. Well, they're right at 26 million. Nick. Powers of Obscure is going to Cape Town. He's a penguin. So that leaves Shaman. We need to find out where Shaman has ended up. And there we go. Shaman is playing for Caracas. They're at $32 million. So Shaman's a lot. He's a cobra. Sweep the leg. But so far, I don't like that this is resized. So lots of like so outfielders have went early. I knew the pitchers would go because that makes sense. Gotta learn Bulgarian. Oh, that's funny. I did want to double check and make sure that I didn't miss Jack Brennan. A lot of teams are setting around 24 to 26 million, and then it jumps up. They're at 30.5 already. Z has to learn English. I don't think I missed. Okay. All right, so here's round 3 pick for the Sirens. We got Armando Galindo. He's 35, but I am loving that arm of 98, and he's got power and contact. Carlton Starr. He's a first pitch slayer. Ali Fender, she's got some good contact, good arm. She's got a cannon arm. She's 38 though. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'll go back so you all don't miss. So we got Armando Galindo, 80 power, 78 contact. He's 35. 98 arm for a right fielder is baller. Carlton Starr, he's 22. He's a first pitch slayer. I like his contact. I like his speed. He could be a good leadoff hitter. And shortstop, 85. He can play short or second. So 85 fielding is amazing and 73 arm. Fenderi could be one as well. She's got a cannon arm. She's got better contact and power. She's also 38 though. Joseph Von Wolf, 97 speed. He's more of a backup player. We got Sirloin Jones, crossed up. What is that? 3% chance of the catcher dropping or failing to cleanly catch the pitch. We got Guy Gold. Oh man, Annabella Stokes. She's a dive wizard. That sounds kinky. Faster recovery from diving catch. Oh, we got Durbin Holmes. I don't think we need any other pitchers for right now. Speed 92, fielding. He does. He's young too. Well, both of these players play the same. Grimace's right. The chemistry is different. Man, it's like, what do you want? At 22, she's got less. They're the same age. That 42 power is important compared to 22. Yeah, that's the only thing is like with her speed and her fielding. Man, why can't I have them both? And there's a chance that one of them could cycle back around. I mean, this whoever we pick here is going to be like our main infield player. Oh, here's what Grimmeth was talking about. Since we would have a trait, he would get 5 power and 8 contact when he goes up at his first pitch. So he would be at 47 power. And I don't know. This is tough. And she's so fast. She would definitely be a leadoff hitter. That contact. They're both young, so we're yeah, I mean, we've got every other pick to build up our chemistry players right here. A minus to B though. I mean, but it is a $3.1 million difference. Payroll here with her is 34.6. With him, it's 37.7. Oh, but man, that contact. Do we want contact or speed? If Pinder wasn't old. All right, you're saying speed all day. Okay. Well, they're both competitive, so they're the same thing. It's just her trait's different. All right, we'll take Annabella. That's what I just noticed, Grimmeth, is she's competitive, he's competitive. So if we get other competitive traits, like Suarez, our starting pitcher, picking either one of them is going to make him improve as a starting pitcher. Speed and cocaine. Yeah, it's a rarity, but it happens. I'm going to pick her for the discount. And let's see who goes now. Fifth bottom. Jack Brennan just went. We're running out of people. Captain Pete. Oh, there's not going to be anybody left. Gray General. I give up. I give up trying to have anybody on our team. I've tried. There goes Lola. There goes 7. I do see Bay Cat stands up there though. Just throwing that one out there. But TD long stroke sounds awful. We need a power hitter, so we'll have to double check on that. Cat stands up filling multiple needs, no joke. All right, so third round we had 4 people go, so it is dropping a little bit. We had Jack Brennan. That's Dark Wolf. Captain Pete, who signed up suspiciously and secretively. Gray General. General is a shortstop. Oh, General went before me. I'm very sad. That means I'll probably go next round. And 7 jumped me. Lola von Stupt. Stupt. I miss Pete. I feel ick saying that. Oh, my. Well, I mean, it didn't matter until I just wrote the names on there. There's nothing on it. All right. So we got to go out and find these players. I'm trying to 44.8 million on this team. The hot corners are spending. Las Vegas 40.9. Woo. Oh, Gray General is going to be playing alongside of Asher Ryan on Lima. Pete did. I went and hunted Pete down. Made him come back and say hi. $40.4 on that one. 42.1. Pete's playing third base for Osaka. Okay. Yeah, everybody's really getting out. Really getting thrown out there. Now Grimmeth. I don't know if I did that. 44.9 million for Prague. That's probably the highest we've seen so far. Elmo Slayer, Snack Wrestles, and Punchy Patterson. They've took 3 freaking amazing pictures. Cayman's still out there by himself. Texarkana Sirloins. Lola von Stupt. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. And that darkens out the second baseman. We only had one. That means I'm the next best on the board. How many we got left here? We have... Everybody's going to be gone before... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 4, 8, 10. So there's 10 players left out. We don't get to choose one now. So there's a good chance the rest of them go before we get pick one. Yeah, we got to find Jack Brennan. Since we thought we lost him. There he is. He is on. Oh, he's in the... Jack Brennan's a very scary player. Dark Wolf's dude is... he's mean. He's mean. Like, when I rolled his stats... Bully other teams, let our players go. Yeah. That's probably what's going to have to happen. Like I said, Young Street, everybody's pretty balanced. I did want to go through here to see 44.9. I think 44.5 is the most. $45.8. All right, so we do have a chance to take a closer here if we wanted to go for another pitcher. We also got another starting pitcher. We've got TD Longstroke, who is old. He plays center field, decent speed, good contact, some okay power. Kat Stanza has 90 power, 71. She's slow. She's kind of older, but she plays that first base or catcher position, though 65 arm is not that good. Give us a lot of like pitchers. Okay, this dude, Lachlan Instigate, has 38 accuracy. That terrifies me. Theodore Stiffner has Butterfingers. 25% chance of a missed catch while jumping, diving, or sliding. That's terrible. Braylon Pushups, right fielder. She looks like a sea beacon. Good arm. She's 34. We got Eduardo Figueroa. Again, if we're going to... He would be playing alongside... Yeah, he's very different. Again, we would have speed and arm. So our shortstop and our second base. If we put Kat on first, though, it wouldn't matter with her arm and her fielding. He does. He has cannon arm. Increased throw speed when throwing with maximum power from the throwing minigame. I'm myself, as much as I love Maximo, I think taking a closer right now would be a waste because he would be way too much. But between Kat and Eduardo, long stroke, he would have to play center field. He would be playing as his secondary position in the outfield. So he would take a minor. His fielding and everything would go down because he'd be playing out of position. Your center fielder really needs to be fast. Yeah, like Kat would be great for power because we don't have any of that yet. Eduardo, having amazing hair that matches the team colors, would be an amazing fielder. What would Kat do for your morale? She could also pop up as a free agent too. I feel like we have to go with defense in the middle because the computer loves to screw us over. So I may go with him. We're definitely going to have to look for some power going next. And I know that sounds terrible because I'm skipping over A's and B pluses for a B, but, and that's kind of the only thing I dislike about the shuffle draft is like, yeah, if you go for these guys, but I do notice the computer where it cheats, money doesn't matter to it. See, this guy wouldn't be bad either. But I have found out that I'm usually able to not trade, but fire a player and hire a player. Usually my pictures I can improve after a couple of weeks. I'm going to do Eduardo. And then we'll see everybody else go to other teams. Because I'm sure that's what's going to happen. I'm waiting for it. Hidomun Shada was a good one that went there. Armando, Mashadonga, Avenue, Philip, John Smith. Is that somebody? I feel like that's somebody. Bambino, Preston, Gibbs, Dolph Stake, Kesha Emin, Guevara. Oh, we got a player. It's lethal. Oh. John Smith, yes, is a player. World War II fan. I always miss your player. We got one. I know, it's perfect. Loyal Lethal strikes again. Even though don't look at her face. Is that what's best for business? Because Jonathan LaGrange is standing right there. Oh, man. So we need to figure out where John went. Oh, that was easy. You're on Hiroshima. See, this is what I'm talking about. Myself and Colonists were ranked ahead of John, or World War II fan, and he got drafted before them, because now we're starting to get to where the teams, the computer teams, are going to have to figure out what they need. Gotta learn Japanese. Was it Hiroshima or have I? Yeah. I'm gonna put Lethal's name there just to entice Grimmeth. That's exactly what. Yep, because now computers are gonna really be like, you have not, Donderkey, you've not got drafted yet. Oh, look at the power from Jonathan. 84. But look at Lethal. Lethal's got great contact. Speed is 94. And outside pitch. Oh my God. Ah. There is a solid catcher here. Oh my God. Chess Lansley. It's our chance to give 90 power, 98 speed. Another starting pitcher. Oh no, this whole top row is really impressive to me. I think I'm going to take a bio break and get something to drink while I figure it out. You all leave Lethal alone. She's going to be our new spokesperson.